So hey, what's up guys, Roblox here and welcome to a brand new video on F1 2020. So this weekend is the second Austrian Grand Prix on the F1 2020 calendar. Obviously due to everything going on at the minute, there are multiple races. Mugello's just been confirmed, as well as the Russian Grand Prix. So we're going to be heading into Austria, which is round number 2 of the 2020 season, and I'm going to be racing as this man, Max Verstappen, who obviously DNF'd in the first Austrian Grand Prix, so he's going to be wanting to do well at his home Grand Prix, of course. So let's head out there, down to the track for a last to question mark challenge, or last to first attempt, and we're going to go for a 50% race. So this is my first 50% race on the game. I usually do 25% races, but today for this challenge is going to be a 50. So let's get down to the grid. Right then, on the grid, last place. A look at that forecast. Just going to start off dry, and it's going to rain. Is that towards the end of the race? So this could be an interesting one. 36 laps around here. In terms of fuel, I don't need that much fuel, to be honest. Go for 37 laps, just a lap extra in case I want to use up the rich mix. But let's see, it's all about the start here, being quick off the line if we can. Oh, slightly bogged down a little bit, and I'm going to keep overtake mode off. And I'm going to try around the outside at turn number 1. Alright then, let's head on the brakes. Up the hill. No contact, please. No contact. We made it through so far, so that's the main thing. Coming under attack now from Magnussen behind. Not used up much ERS on this first lap. The AI tend to use up quite a bit on the first lap, I think. But let's see, we've got a lot, and I mean a lot of grip and front end downforce in this Red Bull. It is such a strong car through these corners. Now I don't know if it's just my setup or what, but we've made our way up into P17 early on in the race. We just got so much grip through some of these corners. Don't want to get too cocky, but it's time now to up it and go for an overtake on the next straight on Gasly, I think. Got the same engine as him, of course. Here we go then, not really gaining as much as I'd like on him. Whoa! Trying to find a way through without causing mayhem. Don't think I've taken too much damage. No, that's alright then. So, a failed overtake attempt, and I've potentially got too much downforce on this car at this stage because we're quite slow in a straight line. But for now, at least it will work in the wet race conditions. We've lost quite a lot of time on this lap, so I need to try a bit harder with the overtakes. So let's gear up again. There's no room. Come on. Oh, come on, little Red Bull. Man, that was scary. Got a bit of a collision with Raikkonen there. Myself and Gasly were both very eager on the brakes. Don't know why it was so hard to get past Gasly there on the straight. But let's see if we can pull away anyway. Haven't got any damage on our front wing, just worried about. Because with simulation damage... Whoa! What am I doing? With simulation damage on this game, you can lose a front wing dead easy. Right, we've just had a warning about the rain. It's on its way. So I could do with deciding what I want to do with the tyres. Do I come in now, a bit early, commit? Or do I try and make these soft tyres last? I don't know. I'm going to stay out for now. Too early to pit, really. We're going for an extreme strategy, might work, but I'm just going to react to the weather a little bit. Grosjean using overtake mode, of course, but that's going to compromise him into turn number 1. Here we go, around the outside at turn 1. What a beautiful move. Get a look at that move once again. I don't know, just sort of dummied him, and then we committed around the outside. The downforce in that Red Bull just to go clean around the outside there. Look at this grip through here. Let's go overtake mode. I don't know if Giovinazzi's defending, but come on. Can't even get through. Can't even find a way through. Try again on exit. DRS, overtake mode. Oh, we are struggling in a straight line. I've set myself up for some hard overtakes in this race, but we get the job done nonetheless. The straight line speed is something to be wished for. Oh, he's going to come back at us if we're not careful. So picking up the DRS on the pink Mercedes for the first time in this race is Perez. Now I wonder, we've got so much grip through the corners. I wonder where we're going to be able to get him. He's got a Mercedes engine, which is going to make things a little bit trickier than they normally else would be. Sending it up the inside, didn't mean to do that, but I will take that. And we're through. So I think this Honda power unit runs a little bit hot, to be honest. Noticing I can't really use rich mix because it causes engine overheating, so I'm avoiding that. I've got a lap extra of fuel, which I don't really want now because I can't really use it. But look at the skies. The weather is turning. Look at the grip through here.
We're a +1 lap of extra fuel. Fuel target +1.
Here we go then. Good exit. Oh, come on, let's get him. Up the inside. Had to commit that time. Wasn't backing out of anything. And Daniel Ricciardo next in the Renault. We are lapping very quickly at the minute. He's a sitting duck. He's got absolutely nothing to defend with. And we're through on the Renault. And at lap number 9, we are up into P10 and no pit stops have happened. We're really on a charge. Thoroughly enjoying this race so far. Next up, the two McLaren. The rain's on the way. Pretty sure I've seen a few spots out on track, but it's getting very dark now. Give it a few laps and it will be here, I think. I'm going to get ourselves ready for some intermediate tyres, probably. So, it is the Mercedes that are leading this Grand Prix. Bottas, then Hamilton. Then it's Sebastian Vettel, followed closely by our teammate Albon. And then Charles Leclerc. And then the pink Mercedes of Stroll in 6th. So I'm going to take a look at their lap times at the minute. Bottas is doing on his last lap a 1:09 flat. And what's Hamilton doing? A 1:09 flat. Vettel doing a 1:09.5. Right, so what are we doing? Pretty sure we're doing okay lap times compared to them. 1:08.6. So we are currently lapping fastest, or at least we did the last time round. Here we go then, we've caught up to the McLarens. It is Carlos Sainz just ahead of us. And let's see if we can find an easy way past this man.
We're increasing our gap on the car behind by around.
We've got DRS, but then so is everybody else, and it is Vettel that's leading this train. So I wonder where we're going to be able to get these guys. Up the inside, apparently, of Carlos Sainz. I can see drops. Oh, there's streaks. This is where it starts to play mind games with you. This Renault engine and the McLaren. I wonder how strong it's going to be. Out the final corner. Oh, he's kind of got the legs. Let's see if we can go around the outside at turn number 1. Max Verstappen style. Yeah, around the outside at turn number 1. That seems to be our signature move here today. Next on the list, Ocon. Again, another Renault engine. Wonder if we can get him. It's all about the exit now. Whoa, a little bit less grip that time. Engine's very hot too. I need to cool it down if possible. But the rain's here now, so it's going to make it tricky. Especially on exit. And the tyres are feeling worn. Oh, look at the grip through there. Ocon has no confidence. Here we go. Overtake mode. Free overtake, maybe not quite. I just haven't got that straight line speed. But I got the grip and the balls to go for it. There we go. Into P7 now.
Nice work. That brings you up a place.
Job done.
The track
And
conditions
into
are improving.
P7.
It's your choice as to whether you want to fit the wets next time you come in.
I will be fitting the wets. Just not quite yet though. I've got some unfinished business here today. I'm going to go for it up the inside. Oh my god, these guys. Double overtake. Up the inside. Oh, look at that. They were just... Don't know what they were doing, but... Oh, struggling for grip now. This is where it's going to be tricky. If we leave it too late, we are going to suffer. If we come too early, we are going to suffer. Keep an eye on the temperatures.
Be careful. We think you're going to start losing some tyre grip around now.
Right, okay. Everyone else is staying out. I'm going to stay out. Don't want to be too early. What's the gap? Got our teammate up the road now, so at least we've got someone to measure against. DRS has been disabled. Everyone's coming in the pits. I don't want to stack. Really don't want to stack. I'm going to stay out just to risk it. Whoa! Look at the rear. Now, my reason for staying out is that I didn't want to stack in the pits. We were right behind our teammate and it would have cost us. So that was a guaranteed loss of time. So let's see whether this is a guaranteed loss of time. I don't know. It might not have paid off staying out a lap later. Let's see as we come in the pits then. Come on team, do a good job on P3. We were right behind Albon, about a second or two behind him. He's through anyway. I think we've lost a bit of time. If we lose out to Stroll, we've lost some time. But at least we're still behind Albon, and we haven't come out further behind. So it's all about what we can do now. Gap, yeah, we've lost about 3 seconds. I don't know how much I'd have lost. I could have got caught up in a pit battle and then gone even further behind in the pits, but I don't know. I'm glad I got clear air. Just got to do all that work again to close down Albon. But we could find ourselves fighting for a podium very shortly. First back marker to get past them, and it is Latifi. We've closed the gap down from 5.5 to almost 2.5 seconds in just a few laps on our teammate up the road. We have some really good pace here at the Red Bull Ring. It's just overtaking. It's making it a little bit tricky because we have got quite a lot of downforce on the car. So let's carry on plugging away. Gradually closing the gap to our teammate. Clearing the spray. The Red Bull working well in these wet conditions apart from a minor little incident at the rear. Look at that, all out of shape out of that corner. So we've really closed up to our teammate now. And now we're in the spray, and in his dirty air it's making life a lot more difficult because look, we can barely see as well. Imagine if these were full wet conditions, but here we go. He's harvesting his ERS. I've got overtake mode on and we still cannot go for it. That's not him harvesting his ERS at all, that's just his flashing light. But anyway, we're up the inside of our teammate. Give each other room. We get the better traction. Good job, and through on Albon into P4 now. We can go on the hunt for the Ferrari of Sebastian Vettel, doing very well and calm here in P3. Sebastian Vettel next. Pierre Gasly out the session. What happened to Pierre then? It looks like he's just had some sort of mechanical failure or something. He's going very slowly off the track, and then is he going to pull across? Yeah, he's going to pull off the track there. That's a potential safety car, that is. Back to our little fight then. We've got Sebastian Vettel to get past now. Come on. Now he's harvesting his ERS, I think, or is that his flashy thing again? I think that might be his flashy thing. I have no idea. Anyway, we've got the run on him. Yellow flags are out. Oh, we got the overtake just before the yellow flag board. That's got to be a safety car. That car there. Just sat there. Crazy. Right then, we're in P3, and next up are both the Mercedes. 8.3, 8.4, about 8.5 seconds, let's say the gap is. Let's see if we can bring that down. Come on. Still got 14 laps to go in this race. Weather could change, safety car could happen, you never know. Okay then, about 10 more minutes of rain. 10 minutes is about 10 laps. So, I don't know if it's going to dry up before, just before, or before, or after. So, it's hard to tell really at this stage. We're slowly catching up to Hamilton, but our progress has seemed to have halted a little bit. Right then, since there's about 10 minutes of rain left, I'm going to come in now. These tyres won't go to the end, they're already at 25%. I don't want to risk it. I want the grip, to be honest, so I'm going to come in the pits anyway.
Alexander is coming in for his stop.
And so's Lewis Hamilton. So let's see then. Hopefully we don't get held up. Nope, not at all. And now, oh, our teammates come in as well. So everyone pitting, everyone committing to sort of the two-stop in the wet. Obviously we had that first stop, so yeah. To the end now, as long as the weather doesn't change drastically, but we can go after, try and get a bit of an undercut on Bottas. Okay, that's a worrying message. Sensor issues on the car. Not what you want. We're going very well at this stage in the race. Hopefully going for an undercut on Bottas a little bit, or at least just to close the gap down to the two Mercs. Hamilton's boxed with us, so he's 6.8 seconds. I think we might have closed him down a little bit. But feeling better now, we've got some more grip. So both Mercedes are catching up to some back markers. This is going to help us out potentially. And they're running very close together at the minute, separated by about half a second. So we've got a bit of an opportunity here, really. So we've cleared some back markers, and the gap is about less than 3 seconds. So let's keep on pushing. 2.5 seconds now. It's going to be tight whether we actually catch up to Hamilton and Bottas. So stay tuned. This could be an interesting end to the race. Here we are. We're closing up. And Hamilton, I think he's getting the hurry up. He's trying to close up to Bottas. It's the closest I've seen him all race, really. And 32 laps later, we all could be battling for the win here. Let's keep on pushing. Still got a mountain to climb. Tyres are starting to go. Gotta look after those as well. Look how close we can reach out and grab him. Ooh, come on, decent exit. I feel like we're going to struggle to get past him. They're going to be pretty quick in a straight line. Saying that, we got the grip through the corners, and that setup seems to have worked. Remember, we've come from last place on the grid and we're trying to get the win. 2 laps to go. We're all over the back of Lewis Hamilton. He's not going to go defensive. I haven't quite got the legs on him. I've got the nose up the inside though. Up the inside, side by side with the champ. And we're through on the first Mercedes. And it's time to save up some ERS, because we're going to need overtake mode to clear Bottas. We were struggling. It was only because we're good on the brakes in this Red Bull that we can do it. Tyres are looking good. Car's looking fine. It's all about us and Bottas now for this race win. The Mercedes doesn't quite have the grip that we've got in our Red Bull. Again, I don't know if it's the Red Bull, I don't know if it's the setup. I know I have gone for a high downforce setup and it's really paid off in the second half of the race in these wet conditions. It's just made overtaking very tricky. So let's just stick with Bottas now. Oh, struggling in the dirty air. I'm not going to use any overtake button here. Save it for the next straight, I think.
There's a gap beginning to form.
Here we go then. No, he's got the legs on us. Got one more lap to go after this one as well, so plenty of time just to sit in behind Bottas now. All about the exit, come on. Pressure on. Ah, too much wheel spin. Right then, where can we go? Really saved up the ERS for the last lap.
We think this rain should stop sometime in the next few laps.
Okay, well the rest will be over them. I'm going to line them up out of the next 2 sections, I think. See what our exit's like. This ERS is like gold dust to me at the minute. I don't want to use it, and there's traffic. Oh no. And it's a Williams. Oh, oh. Oh, that was horrendous. Ho, ho, ho.
Battery charge is high. Let's use that over.
Let's go.
This is your final lap of the race.
Last lap time then. We're going to line them back up. Come on. Gaining. Go for it on the brakes. Lock up. We're up the inside. We've done it. Whoa. Struggling with the rear. Overtake mode just to try and pull along. But for the first time this race, we are in the lead. Now we've got Latifi to worry about. Hopefully he doesn't hold us up. We're not racing in Bottas. Ooh. Don't know if he nudged me or whether I just slipped the rear, but he's still with us now. Ooh, lock up. Come on, Red Bull. It's all about the exit out of here now. And I'm in his dirty air, which is allowing Bottas to catch up. He pulls across to the side. Ooh, I've got overtake mode. Bottas still there. Ooh, a little bit wide in the penultimate corner. Out the final corner. Overtake mode. And here we go. Across the line to take the win. Whew. Good result that. Good result.
A fantastic team effort to secure victory here in the Styrian Alps. So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
I'd say it was down once again to good consistent driving, nailing the corners, working to the track conditions and perfecting the team's strategies. They got all of these things right today and the results speak for themselves.
Here come today's winners. The team at Red Bull have done a phenomenal job recently. It's clear to see that they've put in the work and they should be proud of the victory they secured here.
Right, that's been it then. For our last to first, we actually managed to achieve it. I often do these and never ever get first place, but we did. What a good result that was for us today. So I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. I'll be doing more of these at the other Grand Prix weekends. I'll probably mix it up with a 100% race every so often, and we'll do 50% races, stuff like that. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. It's been an absolute pleasure to bring you this video, and I will see you guys in the next one.